Hey guys, I don't know what happened. Something weird happened in my house. Whoever gets in here first, if you can give me a thumbs up and let me know if my feed is okay. Do y'all hear me okay? Okay, cool. You guys, I don't know what just happened, but as soon as I started talking, obviously something went bananas. I looked over at my phone. My phone was like literally frozen. I couldn't even turn it off or start it over. So I don't know what that was about, but who knows? Maybe they were trying to censor me. I said Biden too many times or something. Maybe we'll start using code words. I don't know. We'll start using code words. Anyways, can somebody tell me, did they just announce that Biden won this election? Because somebody put something in the chat. I haven't seen anything on the news yet. So if somebody can fill me in and let me know what is going on. Yeah, Joe Biden is coming for me for sure. Let him come. He'll get, I ain't going to say what he's going to get. Biden is speaking tonight. So you guys, I wanted to tell you my prediction, what I think is going to happen. So Biden, I'm sorry, B, let's call him B. B, I'm pretty sure the media is going to declare him the winner of the race. That's not going to be a surprise to me. Okay. So just prepare yourself for that coming. This whole situation with going to the legal route of fighting what's going on is going to take a little bit of time. I am almost certain, like I could take it to the bank, that Trump will be ultimately declared president of the United States for another 4 years. Okay. Let's not forget, he is still the president of the United States. Okay. He is still the president of the United States. They need to remember that as well. But the thing with the courts is going to take a little bit of time. I've been doing some research, and what it is that every state has different laws as it pertains to voting and the voting process. Okay. So whatever state, the big man T wants to fight the whole, voting process in, he is going to have to first do so in the state, and then it will go to the Supreme Court if it gets to that point. Okay. So it starts in the state first, and then it goes to the Supreme Court. Now, obviously, because we are in an election, it's going to be expedited quick. Okay. But I knew that this was coming. If they are in fact going to declare him the winner and he is going to, act like he is the winner, that's fine. Don't forget the president is still the president until the inauguration, until the reins are officially handed over. But I wanted to make that clear because I want you guys to stay calm. Okay. Right now, we really, really, really need everybody. We need everybody to, stay alert. Okay. When there's a call to action, to go protest in your city, go fight at the voting booth, wherever you're at, or at the voting locations, wherever you're at, or go protest, do it. Okay. Don't sit back and go, oh, somebody else is going to do it. Somebody else is going to sign this petition. Now's the time for us to mobilize and get moving with this. Okay. But more importantly, up here, we all need to stay as calm as possible. And although this whole situation is very irrational and crazy, we need to stay calm. We need to, put ourselves in prayer now more than ever, and just trust in faith. Okay. I truly, truly believe that God put President Trump in the position that he's in for a reason. Okay. So I have all the faith in the world that on his time, not my time. Okay. Not that I have to understand how the process is going to go, but on his time, he is going to do what is right for our country. And when I say he, I mean God. Okay. Because I don't answer to Trump and I don't answer to Biden. So that's why for me, I am not stressed overly stressed, overly worried about this situation because I have an extreme amount of faith. Okay. So I want to encourage you guys to do the same. But I don't want to encourage you to stay silent or to just accept what it is. Keep fighting, keep praying, keep supporting our president. He is still our president. He will always be a president. Okay. They still refer to Obama as Mr. President. We're always going to refer to Trump as our president. Okay. We're going to give him that respect that he is owed. And people need to remember, especially Nancy Pelosi needs to remember that he is the commander in chief today, right now. Okay. So she better recognize that. Okay, let's see. Haven't seen yet, but just claiming his speech is supposed to be an accepted speech and your internet freeze could be a sign of hacking. Sorry, I've got to go, but I'm praying for you. I agree. It wasn't just my internet. It was like literally my phone and everything was crazy. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much, where I'm kind of at with it. I'm not watching Fox News. If I'm getting any updates, I'm getting them, from the live map on the Wall Street Journal website. So that's where I'm going if I want to look at updates on the voting numbers. But to tell you the truth, those numbers are, pretty wonky and not really reliable anyway. So I'm not focusing too much on that right now. I'm focusing all my thought and my energy on prayer and on keeping myself happy and peaceful in here. You know what I mean? If you have to watch the news, what I was watching, and I'm watching it on YouTube, I'm not watching it on my TV. I'm watching Newsmax and I'm watching the Steve Bannon show on YouTube, although I heard the other day that his stream got cut or his channel got cut. So I don't know if he's still doing stuff. Last time I checked, there was no lives going on. So that's what I'm doing. All right. So how long do you think the cases filed in the U.S. Supreme Court can take for President Trump? I think they'll happen pretty quickly. Like once they get to the Supreme Court, I think they will make a ruling pretty quickly. It's at the state level that I think where the bottlenecks are going to be, because obviously at the state level, there's going to be a lot of like bureaucracy and all kinds of crazy stuff going on there. And obviously they're going to have to do an investigation. I know that we are all seeing these videos and it is very obvious to us, but remember when Breonna Taylor was going on, George Floyd was going on, Jacob Blake was going on, all these people, when all these crimes were going on, I was saying, a lot of people were saying, we need to wait for the evidence. Just because you see it in a video doesn't mean that's what's happening right now, or that's what happened at that moment. So we have to stay consistent. Okay. And I know that sounds really crazy because I too want to scream at the top of my lungs sometimes seeing these videos, but we need to wait for the checks and balances to play out. We need to have faith in God. We obviously can't have faith in the system because that has failed us many times, but we need to have faith in God that it's all going to pan out in our favor. You know what I mean? Not just President Trump is the winner. Like I said, I have no doubt that he's going to be the winner, to tell you the honest truth. That's really not my concern. My concern is that the people that are committing these egregious, acts of fraudulent behavior and crime get held responsible. Not just the people that are at these voting locations, tossing ballots and filling out ballots and, doing all kinds of crazy stuff. But then beyond that, like the Hunter Bidens, the Hillary Clintons, the Bill Clintons, the Barack Obama, the people that are doing child trafficking. I want all those people to get held accountable. And honestly, the only way that's going to happen is if who, as Whoopi Goldberg likes to call him, gets elected president in another 4 years. But I want to remind you of this also. Okay. Just remember this for a second. This will give you a little bit of solace if in fact Biden does get put in the place of the president of the presidency. Is remember this. Okay. The Republicans hold the Senate for at least 2 years. Okay. In 2 years underneath a Biden presidency is going to be more than enough time for people to realize what a terrible mistake they've made. Okay. But remember, for 2 years, we are going to not allow the crazy policies and laws that Joe Biden wants to pass. Like, for instance, the removal of our, right to bear arms. Okay. That's never going to make it past the Senate. That's never going to make it past. I'm just going to tell you right now, you guys, He is going to be a lame duck president, okay, for 2 years. Now, I've already heard Trump say that if he loses this election, he will for sure run in 2024. And that will be an amazing election because people are going to be fed up, okay, by those 2 years or by those 4 years. Oh, hey, Kara. So she says, my aunt lives in Arizona and her vote was counted until today, even though she voted in person. Wow, that's crazy. Was she part of the Sharpie gate? Good. You're not watching the news, Trish. That is a good thing. Biden, I don't need votes to win. I'm getting my news via radio and podcast. I think that's the best thing to do. It's funny the liberals and media are acting like voting fraud is non-existent and doesn't happen. I'm like, how do you know that honestly? Right? Exactly. No, it's so funny. Like when it's in their favor, cheating doesn't exist. Okay. But when the shoe's on the other foot, cheating exists. And you know what? Here's the thing. If Biden were winning fair and square, like I would have nothing to say about it. I'd be like, well, I guess the people spoke. Okay. But just know if the people want Joe Biden and that's what they get, they are going to be expected to own up. Okay. When their taxes start going up, when their jobs start going away, you know what I mean? They're going to start having to own up to the fact that he's going to be failing them. And I'm going to ask those liberals, I'm going to ask those people that I know voted for Joe Biden, are you truly happy with your choice after this? You know, I think we all need to do that. I agree. It's hard to wait, but sorry, the chats are coming in fast. I lost it. I agree. It's hard to wait, but the fact that corruption is running our country to the ground is really ticking me off. No more tears. I'm with you. Okay. I get it. I'm with you all the way on that. That's the part that I'm mad about is the corruption. Okay. Listen, I want Trump to be president, but again, I don't depend on the government, the president to run my life or to tell me what to do or to tell me how to be happy or to tell me whatever. I have always been a hustler, a fighter. I do what I need to do regardless. Okay. So as far as that goes, I'm not like, that's not making me lose sleep. What's making me lose sleep is exactly what you said, which is the fact that, you know, the level of corruption is just, you know, it's not tolerable anymore. Not tolerable. Not that it ever was, but now it's like I said, right on the open. Biden is like a crippled Russian bot. I agree. Nope, no Sharpie gate. Okay, that's cool. If you don't believe in the devil by now, you never will. These people are horrible humans. Yeah, and see, that's the other thing. It's like, me personally, I have known that this type of corruption exists, but I think a lot of people like didn't want to believe it. Even like my really good friend in California who voted for Trump, she did a mail-in ballot and her ballot still hasn't been counted. And I was like, girl, why didn't you go vote in person? And then she reminded me that was like during the time that they were still on quarantine lockdown in California. So of course they used the whole virus excuse to keep people in their house, but still that wouldn't have stopped me. But you know, so many people should have gone and voted in person and we could have avoided this. Just like Trump was saying, he said, you have to go vote in person. Not that that was going to like, you know, completely eliminate the ballots that are being filled out fraudulently, but you know, it would have helped. So yes, we're going to keep praying, Trish. Aren't these the same people who wasted 2+ years of hoax conspiracy and talked about Russian interference? Yes. Yeah. And you know, what's crazy is in the past, we've been concerned about foreign enemies. Okay. It's scary to think that there is so much of a threat here on our own soil by our own people. You know what I mean? Like there are people here that are funding this type of thing. And that is really that's really scary to me. You know what I mean? And who are the media going to blame or talk about if Trump is no longer in office? Well, that's just the thing is they're not going to admit. I mean, look at Obama. Look how many people, they know Obama did nothing for them. Okay. He did nothing while he was in office and they still to this day will not admit it. They'll fall back on the fact that he was such a nice guy, where, to those of us that really truly care about our country, we don't care about your personality. We're voting for your policy and for your action. And that's the difference between a Biden voter and a Trump voter. So I have faith that God has it in his hands. I have seen this injustice in other countries, but seeing it so blatantly in the US is bold, and the media doesn't even try anymore. The media is in on it. Okay. They are in on it. And if you watch Out of Shadows, if you watch Fall of the Cabal or whatever that's called, I mean, the eye opener that you get watching those two things is crazy. Have you seen videos of people getting ballots out of boxes still in California? Yep. Yeah. It is insane. Oh my goodness. What a load of crap, Ken. I agree with you. So you guys, that's really the advice that I have for you is don't get wrapped up in this. I know it's hard, but don't get wrapped up in this to the point where you lose your sanity and you lose your peace, or you're taking time away from family because you're just like, wrapped up in this so hard that you can't think about anything else. You're calling in sick to work. It's not worth it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not worth it. And it's out of our control. It's out of our control at this point. So I trust Trump that he's going to fight this with everything he's got, but I wonder if that man even sleeps. It's wild that a man with dementia is doing better than Obama in 2008. Does anybody believe that? Does anybody believe, okay, that Biden is doing better than Obama did in 2008? Okay, like, let me tell you something. I voted for Obama. I didn't like Obama, okay? But there is no way in hell I believe that Joe Biden is doing better now than Obama did in 2008. Nobody's going to believe that. Nobody. Even Obama is like, bitch, please. Okay. Like, that's what he's saying. Tell you that. They called Cali before the poll. I'm telling you, I was sitting there watching it. I saw the thing that was like polls closing in the next minute. And like Cali was on that list. And like within minutes after it closing, they called it. It was insane. No backlash at all from the laptop. Right? Like, you haven't heard anything about the laptop, anything about Hunter, nothing. That is what is so crazy about it. Like, that just like disappeared, and I don't know what that's about. It's not possible that he got more votes. Oh my gosh. Well, anyways, guys, I want to open it up for questions. If you guys have any questions for me aside from what we're talking about, or if you want to keep talking about this, that's fine as well. For those of you who are on the live stream, I know I had some issues earlier. Don't forget to go to my website at www.letstalkdarling.com. It's brand new, just dropped today. Go there, sign up with your email so we can stay in contact, because I have been threatened on the daily by Instagram, Facebook, all the platforms to be taken down if I post one more thing that they deem unsafe to their community. So make sure you go to my website. I will try to be doing giveaways on there. I have a store with some merch right now. There's just a few things on there, but I'm going to be adding to it as we go. I just wanted to get it up. Links to my videos, links to interviews that I've done. So please make sure to go on there, put your email in there. Most importantly, I'm not going to hit you guys with tons of stuff, so please don't be concerned about that. And I'm not going to give your information away either. So don't forget to go to that website, www.letstalkdarling.com. And like, the other thing is if Biden gets into this presidency, we won't hear anything about that Biden laptop. I doubt it. I doubt we will. It'll just disappear. Googled my website and nothing came up. Okay. Let me go to it. Hold on. Hopefully Kara's still on here. So if she's on here, Kara, if you can look at that. I pulled it up. www.letstalkdarling.com. It's up there. Thank you guys for subscribing. I appreciate it so, so much. Okay, so who has questions? Who has questions for me? I love when you guys ask me questions. Whatever you want to know, I'm here. Just tell me. Oh, you asked a question? What is a best case scenario if Biden is announced as the winner? Best case scenario? Maybe there won't be as much violence and rioting, because I don't think that, people who vote for Trump are going to necessarily cause violence or rioting. I for sure would hope that we're going to be out there protesting and continue the fight. But I think that will be the best case scenario that I can think of. Okay. The other best case scenario is, don't forget, the Senate is all Republican. I mean, it's majority Republican. So we've got the power, and we're going to be able to shoot down any crazy policies that this joker wants to pass. It ain't getting anywhere. So just take some peace in that. Hope that answered your question. Why is it that Brandon Tatum can't play entire clips, but I have seen others play entire videos? What are the rules? That is a great question, AD. Okay, so, and I get this question quite a bit. So this is the answer to that. So you see, sometimes I will play videos and sometimes I won't. Same thing with ABL, same thing with Brandon. It's a personal choice. So just know, sometimes I really feel like it's necessary for me to show you guys the video, because like clicking on the link is probably going to take too long. You know what I mean? And nobody's going to do that. I just want to show it, or it's going to make the video flow better. The minute we post a video from like a source like Fox or MSNBC or CBS or any of those like mainstream or anything that has Trump in it, okay, it's immediately going to be demonetized. Now, it doesn't mean that we're not going to get paid for the video, but we're not going to get paid as much. Now, the way around it, if you've noticed, Brandon started doing this on his live videos. And hopefully when I can get my equipment up and running and understand it, I'll do the same. But if you can like play a video, pause it, play a video, pause it. So like only let it play for a little bit and then pause it. That's another way to get around it, because then YouTube's algorithms don't pick it up, or detections don't pick it up. So that's why. The other way is that they have, like if something shows violence or it has bad language, those are all things that are against the YouTube creator policy. So we immediately get paid less basically for the video, and advertisers won't advertise on our videos if we do that. That was a really good question. All right. Thank you, Joshua, for the super chat. Okay, your question is, and I'm going to go back to everybody else's questions above. Trump is currently trying to join a lawsuit filed by the Democratic Party in Pennsylvania to fight the votes after Election Day. Absolutely adorable switcheroo. Haha, I love our prez. Oh, yeah. Have no doubt that this guy has got some stuff up his sleeve, and like stuff that we're not even aware of. Okay. I have been watching Donald Trump Jr.'s Instagram, and he's been kind of alluding to that. There's going to be a lot more stuff that we haven't even seen coming that's kind of like in the works. So we need to all keep an eye out. But I agree with you, Joshua. That was a really great ad. Ken, what did you do before you became a YouTube star? Well, I wouldn't say I'm a YouTube star, but I am an actress by trade. So I was kind of like working in like that arena. And then before that, I worked in the corporate arena in operations, and just decided that wasn't for me. Like I had been doing that for years and years and years. I felt like trapped in my job. It wasn't making me happy. So I got this opportunity to not be working, and had to make a really quick decision if I was going to go back to that or if I was going to follow my dreams. And I decided to follow my dreams. So hopefully that answers your question. Okay, Donna. Voter fraud, even if we find it, nothing will happen. So sad. FBI and DOJ is still not to be trusted. We're going to end up a one-party republic. Your thoughts? Well, I agree with you that the FBI and the DOJ have been extremely disappointing in not just this, but like in things prior. Now, there is obviously a lot of corruption in the FBI, a lot of corruption. Now there's some good people and there are clearly some bad characters, and the swamp runs very, very deep there. As far as being a one-party republic, my hope is that, like, what used to be the Democratic Party, like now it's like this very extreme, extremely liberal, like, you know, extremist party. I really hope that they, you know, try to take that back, like what the Democratic Party used to represent, which wasn't so extreme. I want them to, like, come up with a new party, like take it over, take it back, do something. I don't know how that's going to happen, but I just feel like it needs to. Oh, thank you all who are signing up on the website. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Watch R&R Law Firm on YouTube. Amazing analysis on the election. Yeah, I haven't seen that one, but I watched the Rudy Giuliani YouTube page, and he does like really good analysis as well. Rudy's a little dry, a little hard to listen to, but you know, he's a lawyer, but he really explains it. He's Trump's lawyer, so I like watching his YouTube channel. Okay, Harry said, the algorithms are out of control. As soon as you said something within the first few minutes, your video stopped, and the first few minutes would play every time you went back to it. Yeah, there's some crazy stuff going on for sure. Like I said, that is why it's important you guys go to my website and sign up on there so I have your email so we can get in contact. I'm going to try to do some giveaways too, guys. I have some merch on there. So I'm going to try to do some giveaways, like just something to kind of like give some exclusive stuff to the people who are following my website. And I'll also post videos on there that I might not post on here because YouTube won't let me. So that's another reason to get signed up as well. And we'll grow it and build it as we go. But I needed to get something up right away before I got the axe on social media. They're hiding my video really good. Yeah, so my YouTube has also been shadow banned. I was literally getting like hundreds of thousands, like we're talking like in the 300s to 400,000s of watch time a day. And now I'm lucky to get like 2,000 to 3,000. So I really, really like rely on you guys to like share my videos, to share my channel, to subscribe to my channel, to put notifications on if you subscribe. And like, that's the way that we can fight it, because they are definitely shadow banning me and not showing my videos. Sorry for the screaming. But yeah, they're not showing my stuff. So what is your video release schedule? Once a day or subject matter presents itself? Okay. So I was doing about 3 videos a week, like pre-recorded videos. And I was going to try and do the live thing is brand new. So I was going to try to do those like once a week. But I got this new studio set up and I'm still struggling to learn how to use it all. So I'm going to have a little class this weekend from my producer. Oh, I have some other good news for you guys. Thanks for reminding me. So yeah, I will try to get more videos up as soon as I can get my studio working and I can figure everything out. And if I have to, I'll go back into my old room and just, you know, thug it out until then. Thank you guys for signing up. No more tears. I'll come back to your question in a second. Ken, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Where can we go to see your work, acting and modeling? Okay, so I was doing a lot of like commercials. Like I've done like Choctaw Casino. I've done Tax Act. So I don't know, like some of those commercials might be national. To tell you the honest truth, most of the time when I do work, I never actually see the finished product. Sometimes my stuff ends up in other states. So as far as like movies go, I was in Titanic, but I was background action. I was like the people that were falling from the ship and like drowning. But that was when I was in college. So, and that was like the beginning of CGI. So I wouldn't even begin to tell you what scenes I'm in. But yeah, as I do stuff, I will definitely let you guys know so you guys can watch and support. But thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Okay, no more tears. How do you feel about the criticism of some of the GOP not supporting the president when he supported them? I think it's BS that those people are silent. And we all need to take note of who we have not heard from because they are showing their ass. That's what I think about that. Okay, so let me tell you the other good news that I have for you guys. So I need you guys have homework tonight. Okay, so number one, go to www.letstalkdarling.com, subscribe to my website, get your email in there so we can stay in contact. And number two, go to Onyx News, both on YouTube. There's a link on my website as well, YouTube and Instagram. Follow them because guess what? Your girl is their new Monday through Friday political and social commentator. So you're going to see me on there on a regular basis. I'm super, super excited. Pastor Ken Burns actually approached me. He runs that network and asked me months and months ago to do this. And it's taken this long to get everything set up and all the equipment that I needed. I mean, they sent me so much stuff. It was like amazing. So blessed. So I need you guys to go follow them on Instagram. They're going to post videos on YouTube. You can also go to the Onyx News website. Again, on my website at letstalkdarling.com, there's a link there. So you can go there and check all that out. Okay. Thank you so much for the congratulations. Oh, let's see here. Hey, beautiful soul. Can't stay, but keep on keeping on. And congratulations on your expanding horizons. Thank you, Tepin. I hope I said that right. Tepin. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Let's see if there's any other questions I didn't answer. Have you heard of Benford's Law on the election? They look at the data trends based on the numbers and notice a huge difference in Biden's vote trends and only Biden's votes. Fully accredited analysis too. I didn't know that it was called Benford's Law, but I believe I saw something like what you're describing on Instagram. And yes, it is insane. Like you look at all these people that do like trend analysis. It doesn't make sense. Like they're all talking about it, like none of this makes sense. You know, even like the fact that like you see some of these states, like their local government is like one party, like Republican, like they're all Republican, but yet the state is showing for Biden. Like that doesn't make any sense to me. At this point, I think we just need to do like a full recount because I don't even trust the local leadership elections at this point. At one time, you disabled comments on videos, which was turned off. No pun intended. Okay, so this is the thing with video comments. So sometimes, depending on the content of my video, YouTube will turn off the comments. So if I sometimes have to go in there and say that this video is not made for kids in order for comments to be shown. Because if I don't do that, YouTube will turn off the comments. And that is to protect, that is part of like a new set of rules that they've had that protect, you know, like young kids who are getting on YouTube and looking up inappropriate things. It's my personal belief. That is the parents' job to monitor that, but that's neither here nor there. So if I don't remember to go and mark that this video is not made for kids, even if it's like a really like lighthearted subject, because the majority of my content is more for mature audiences, they have labeled my channel that way. So that's not me that's disabling comments. I would never do that, no matter what. So just know. But I appreciate when you guys tell me that comments are disabled because I don't always see that. I can go in and fix it, but if you guys don't tell me, I don't see it. Check out Net's Most Wanted YouTube channel today live. Broke things down, must watch. Okay, I'll go check that out. Net's Most... Ooh, let me take a picture. Sorry, guys. I have hiccups. I got to take a picture of this chat. Okay. Yes, kitty safety. Yeah, I saw that too, Carrots. It's crazy. Because you're right. Like, they usually vote down ballot the same way. Like, nobody votes, like, Democrat, Republican. I mean, it might happen, but it's not like we're seeing it now. Like, it's on another level. How long will it take before Kamala takes over Biden? So it'll be interesting to see if Biden gets in. Good old Nance, my girlfriend Nance, invokes the 25th Amendment and gets him out of there for being, you know, two chicken nuggets short of a Happy Meal. Which we all, you know, let's not be surprised, y'all. Let's all right now come to the realization that we're not going to be surprised if that happens. So let's just prepare for us to be addressing the presidency to Kamala Harris. God help us. Okay. But I don't even know if she's like, I don't know if there's much that the Republicans can get her on as far as like corruption goes. She's just like a worthless human being who has no like belief here or there. She's just like a fish. She flip-flops back and forth. I mean, other than being an idiot and not being able to run this country, I don't think they're going to be able to get her on anything illegal as of right now. So I don't know. As far as like trying to get her impeached, I don't know how that's going to work. But you best believe if Trump gets gets the presidency again, they're going to try to impeach him again. I guarantee you they're going to try to impeach him again. What time slots are you commentating for Onyx? So right now, no, it's not all day. Right now, I have a hit at about 10 to 11:30. Like there's no specific time. It just kind of depends. It's live. So I will like log in here. I'll know whatever story I'm going to be talking about the night before, but it just kind of depends on when they get to me in the segment. But if you can't watch it live, again, it's going to play on their YouTube channel, or they'll put a clip of it on their Instagram channel as well. That's a good question. Thanks, Kara. How could anyone who lives in our reality possibly vote for Biden? It's called cognitive dissonance. That's what it's called. It doesn't, look it up, but basically what it means is you choose to believe something regardless of the evidence that you have seen. That's what it is. So Biden to announce victory at 10. Okay, we'll be watching that. It's going to be interesting. Kamala's arm must be tired by now. Do you think she finished filling up his mouth? That is so funny. That is so funny. I mean, isn't it weird? Like, I saw her. Did you guys see? Okay, did you guys see? I know, okay, I was the first person to notice this, okay? I'm just telling you right now. But did you guys see that speech that Biden did? He came with his wife, and I think Kamala was there. But in the audience, like, it was obviously like people in their cars, and you could hear people like beeping their cars. But did you guys see that all those cars there were Jeeps? If you go to my Instagram on my page, I have a picture of it. They were all brand new, like 2020 Jeeps. It is obvious that they held that they at a Jeep dealership, and like the people that were there were like the workers. It was hilarious. Hilarious. Just like they announced their plans to commit voter fraud. Nothing like seeing a bully tell you how they're going to F you and then do it in real time. Oh, yeah, they've been doing that the whole time. That's the funny. That's, again, that is like the blatant, out in the open, thing that they've been doing. They've been doing it the whole time right in front of our eyes. Right in front of our eyes. And we have been too caught up in football, too caught up in reality TV, too caught up in our phones to notice that we have been getting played the entire time. We've been getting played through our social media. They've been filling our heads with whatever they want us to know, whatever they want us to see. That's what's been going on. It's just some of us have woken up and some of us have not. Oh gosh, Kamala's laugh, like if Osama bin Laden was still alive in a cave, well, I kind of think he's still alive. But anyways, if he was in a cave in the hills of Afghanistan, all they would have to do is play that witch's laugh, okay? And that fool would come running down the mountainside and just be like, I give up. I'm done. I give up. That was it right there. You know how like they have that tactic where they play like really loud death metal? Like, forget that. Just play Kamala's laugh over and over again. You guys can search on YouTube like compilations of her laughing. If you really hate somebody, just send them that compilation. It's crazy. My laugh is amazing. Just joking. Yeah, cackling Harris. Jericho Green does like the funniest. I can't even impersonate the laugh he does, but he does the funniest impersonation of her laugh. They talk about Trump staging and dressing up black voters and supporters, but this follows total crap. How do we fight the media control? Okay. So you have to make a conscious decision to remove yourself from social media and from TV. I really credit my awakening, my clarity to not having the TV on in my home. The TV is rarely on in my home. My kids don't watch the TV. Yes, they do watch, things on their phones or whatever. But they're not watching stuff on TV. And if you watch the documentary Out of Shadows, which I really, really suggest you watch, you can find it on YouTube. You have to search for it, search for Out of Shadow documentary. It really goes into that whole, how the media has been programming us, and the media has been programming us aspect that is very, very important to see. There's also a documentary on Netflix, which I know a lot of people don't have Netflix, but it's called The Social Dilemma. Excellent. I did a review on my channel. I suggest you go watch it. Thank you, Rodney. But am I not right? Kamala's laugh would bring a terrorist down from the mountain in Afghanistan on the coldest day, right? I'm telling you. Like, if your kids are ever lying to you and you're just like, I need the truth, okay? Just sit them in a room and put on a Kamala laughing compilation video and they will talk, okay? That is the new, the new negotiation technique, is the Kamala Harris laugh. There's a t-shirt in that somewhere. I got to make a Kamala merch something about that. Hey, look at the bright side. At least we'll have a president that believes that all men and women are created. Oh boy, you know the thing. All men and women are whatever they want to be, right? Oh my gosh. You could use Kamala's laugh as a fundraiser, play it on loudspeaker, and people have to pay to have it turned off. That's so funny. So I'll just get on my YouTube live and just play the Kamala thing until people just super chat me to turn it off. That sounds like a great idea. I'll probably lose a lot of followers in the process. Hunter is sitting in his dad's basement writing in votes and having them shipped in. Right? They gave him a side job. He's making minimum wage. My 10-year-old daughter was listening to you when she said, put your kids in the room and play Kamala laugh. The look of cringe on her face. That's the new threat. Don't be like, I'm going to take away your phone. Just say, I'm going to play Kamala laughing. That's like the old saying I once heard. I don't charge people to come in and see my home movies. I charge them to leave. At Let's Talk Darling, Alito ordered the segregation of votes after the election. This indicates the Supreme Court will not back down to the media. Yeah, and obviously we have Amy Coney Barrett on our side. That's why that was so crucial. But of course, they're going to bring that up and they're going to say, this is why he was planning to do this. And this is why she needed to be in there and blah, 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 blah. Whatever. How often do I live chat? I'm trying to do once a week. I didn't do one for a whole week and a half because I was setting up the studio. So I haven't done any videos. This is the first time you guys have seen me since my last video. Oh my gosh, do you guys want to see my new kitten? Dave! Bring me the kitten. You guys, not only did Kara build me a website, okay, but she exposed me to the cutest kitten on the planet and I had to adopt it. So I have this new kitten. His name's Kenya. I don't know. My son named him some anime name and I just call him Kenny for short. But he's so cute. So I'm going to show him to you guys in a second. Oh, Kara wants to see the kitty. Oh, Trump knew hands down he was going to need her. Fox definitely sold out.
He's licking my hands.
Oh, okay. Look at this, you guys. Look at this. Look at this. He's got a little stitch in his belly because he got fixed. But how cute. How cute. Do you guys think that he's a Bengal kitten? Look at these markings. He is the cutest. Okay. He's like all over the place. Oh, there you go. There's some cat butthole for you. Let's see here.
You want me to take him?
Yeah, or he can stay here.
Okay.
Yes, we rescued Kenny here. I wanted to name him something patriotic, but they said no. Look at you. You're a star. He's like showing off. You guys, I have way too many animals. I have 3 dogs, 2 cats. I used to have a snake. His name's Kenny. That's what we're going to name him for right now.
He has a Japanese name.
He has a Japanese anime name that my son gave him. Did I see what Trump did? No, what did he do? Tell me. Kenny the Patriot. Hey, babes. He really likes this view. Oh, he's going to get down. Okay. Too cute like his mom. You were pretty much staring at his butthole for half the time. Can the Senate block them from stacking the court? That I don't know. Let me Google it and find out. Kenny from South Park. Okay. Can Senate stop court packing? Somebody says yes. Yes, looks like it can. Looks like they can. They can offer a constitutional amendment to block it. So there you go. They can't even pack the court. That's really going to be our ace in the hole, is the fact that the Senate, that we have the majority in the Senate. So that's really going to be our ace in the hole, because he's going to be a lame duck president. Ooh, I'm getting a cramp in my side. Sorry, guys. I have a feeling we'll see a whole new Senate. I don't trust most of them. I don't know. Trump watermarked the mail-in ballot. So yeah, I heard about this and I saw somebody posting a video about it, but I haven't heard much about it. If he did do that, you guys, that would be genius. And I kind of wonder if that is what he's kind of working on the side, because he hasn't really talked about it a whole bunch. But that would have been a genius chess move if he really did that. They can prevent court packing because they are primary job in appointing a Supreme Court justice to advise and consent. So if they fall to consent, you're screwed. Got it. As a woman, are you worried more about Biden or Kamala? I'm worried about Kamala more. As a woman who runs my own body, I don't let anybody tell me what to do, I'm not worried about either one of them. What I don't want is for them to make some BS vaccine mandatory, because I won't get it. Yeah, so somebody just made a comment here that the watermark is not true. I've heard it's disinformation to make us on the right look crazy. You guys, here's the other thing. Be very careful, like what you're choosing to believe, what you're choosing to not believe, because again, if it's coming from the media, if it's coming from the news, it's subject to lies anyways. So I think I say take everything with a grain of salt. And, you know, that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm not really taking anything too serious at this point. The Republicans have the majority of the Senate, Dana. I like your shirt. Oh, cool. Thanks. It says good vibes. Good vibes only. I'm all about positive messaging. So you guys are going to see a lot of that stuff on my store when I start to get more stuff built. But I'm all about the positive messages. I love it. The most troubling part, if they are able to pull this off, they will prepare states to steal every election. Must not abandon this hill. I agree with you. So that, again, you know, that's got to get through the Senate. But you know what I was saying was, if Trump were to get the presidency again, I really want them to put more money and effort into ensuring that the election process that we have the next term is rock solid, especially in these states that are so important to the vote. I would think that those states, and I know that it's up to the state, but I really think this is a federal process. This is a federal election. I would really think that the federal government would step in and provide funds for these states to make sure that they have like the top of the top voting process. Okay. Here in Dallas, we had it like on a machine that was almost like a giant iPad. And we just had like a stylus that we clicked. And even when our ballot got printed out, you took your ballot to another machine and you fed it into the machine. Nobody touched anything. So, you know, I really feel like, you know, why can't other states have that, especially if they have a lot of electoral votes, you know, if they are an important swing state. So, you know, like, I just think across the board, all states need to have, I mean, like, come on, we're in 2020 with all the technology we haven't updated our voting processes. That's insane to me. And you know what, think about this, like if they're going to allow mail-in ballots to be counted after the date that they were supposed to be received and counted, then why aren't you opening up doors for people to go vote in person that couldn't make it to the voting booth? You should still be taking votes for people in person if you're going to take mail-in ballots at this point. Let's see. This is why they hope they will throw people off the trail and believing the legitimacy of actual frauds. Yep, I agree. All the actual networks, in my opinion, are just reading from their scripts. Yeah, I mean, they're being told what to say, and you know, they're not choosing when they cut to go watch Biden speak. Like, I was appalled when Fox did that. I was appalled. Like, they don't, you guys, again, go watch Out of Shadows and you'll understand the connection between all these networks and who owns them. Okay. And that's who calls the shots. You know, I was talking with somebody the other day on one of my videos, you know, that I do a lot of videos on The View, for instance, or on The Real. And people are appalled sometimes at what you hear these girls say, but you have to understand these people are at the mercy of these networks and they're not going to have a job if they don't say what they want them to say. I know, because I have been in the industry and have been around, like, where you have to just keep your mouth quiet. You're not going to say certain things. And if you do, you're never going to work again. And it's a very, very small business of people. You know, you run into the same people over and over and over again. So, you know, if you are that type of person, you don't want to burn your bridges. You got to play the game. Frankly, I could care less. So hence why I don't play the game. Hence why you don't see me in a lot of stuff. A tried Senate would have a deciding vote being the vice president, Kamala. I don't understand that. Trump is a master chess player. I got to believe he is 10 moves ahead. I agree. We never know how far ahead he really is. Newsmax and certain YouTubes has been my only check-ins. I agree, Harry. I've been looking at Newsmax, Steve Bannon, Rudy Giuliani's. Trump even has a YouTube that he uploads stuff on. So I've been watching those things as well. And then I listen to talk radio. I listen to Rush Limbaugh. Red Wave to take the House in 2020 history. So this is the other thing that I have like really seriously considered. Like the Hunter thing. You know, the whole like huge child sex trafficking bust with Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, and us going, why the hell is this stuff not like, why are people not getting in serious trouble? Like, why are there not serious, like, you know, like litigations happening? And then now this, like, part of me believes that this, like, Trump is still setting up for like a big takedown, a big reveal, the big red wave, as he calls it. I feel like this is all part of the plan, because sometimes I look at Trump, sometimes I look at his people, and I am in awe at how calm they are. And like people that are close to him are very calm. Like I'm not seeing a lot of people that are very close to him get very worked up in a way that you would think they would. So either they know something that we don't, or there's more to come. And part of me really thinks that that is the case, that there is more to come, that Trump is 10 chess moves ahead of us, and we just have to hold on for the bumpy ride, for the scary ride, to see what he's going to pull off. And I really feel like he's going to pull off. I still feel like there's just something much bigger coming. I just don't know what it is. I think they should book you on The View. Oh, Lord. Who said that? Harry? Honey? Oh, Lord, they would. You want to talk about Whoopi saying, oh, we got to go to commercial. You know how she's always cutting people off. They would be at commercial forever. They don't want me on there. I would rip that. First of all, I hate almost everything. I don't hate Whoopi. There's something about me that I don't love Whoopi, but I don't hate her. But all those other hags on there, can't stand them. And I wouldn't be able to hide it. Those who voted for Joe are just low information or vote blue no matter who. Those who voted for Joe are just low information or vote blue no matter who the vote. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, there's people like that are uninformed, that they're just like, oh, I just vote across the board blue no matter what. No matter what, we see America is fractured post-election. No one wants to submit to others. Make no mistake, we are in a civil war. Whether or not it becomes violent is the only thing left to see. I really hope it does not. But if it does, I'm ready. Like the green screen. So this is actually a television set. There's my light, you can see. But this is a television set behind me with a picture. Haven't figured out the green screen yet. You guys, listen, I went from like zero technical experience or knowledge in this area. I literally am self-taught. Okay, so give your girl a little credit. I went from a bare wall to this. Okay, I know you can see my light back there, but we're working on it. I'm doing good, Stone. How are you? Red, to be fair. Net jobs on both sides. I agree. Dallas, I went there. Dallas is a great city. I came from California, you guys. I love Dallas. If you want a good news or world perspective, check Sky News out of the AU. Look at how the outside world is on pace with our fraud. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I have tons of people from like South Africa. Excuse me, dear. Can you not breathe in my video? South Africa. I have this beautiful, I don't know if she's on here, but this beautiful girl from the UK who always like sends me the most sweetest messages that the UK supports us, that they're watching our news. And you guys, I cannot tell you like how many people from outside the United States are watching what is going on. And the fact of the matter is because the rest of the world looks to us for how we handle things, because it gives them hope on how they can handle things in their countries, you know? So it's, you know, I don't know if people think about that much, that how the rest of the world is viewing us, but, you know, they really are looking at us, and a lot, I want to say almost all of them are Trump support. Like they're like, if I could vote in your elections, I would vote for Trump. So it's amazing. It's amazing to see. Love to see you and Cameron Owen talk together. Two smart and intelligent women. Cameron Owen? Who is Cameron Owen? Candace Owens, is that who you mean? Oh my gosh, I would love to talk to her. She would out talk me because she's so smart. She is so smart. Not that I'm not smart, but she's smart in a whole nother way. They would lose their shit if you were on The View. I agree. Trump had the ballots watermarked to show how fraudulent the Dems are. What Watch what he does now. I agree, Bobby. I think so. Like I said, I think there's going to be something big happening. I've been watching those B. Tatum, Jericho Green, UBL live streams on a loop. We need you on a consistent part of the stream. Thank you so much. I want to be on a consistent part of the stream. I just want to bring you guys like BS and waste your time. Okay. The other thing is that I am also a Brandon ABL Jericho fan. I was on the show with them. I was on Brandon's show. If you guys want me to be on that show, I need you guys to hit up Brandon, like hit him in the DMs, hit Corinne, because she books his stuff too, and say, we want Let's Talk Darling back. And I can get back on there. So just let him know. You know what I mean? I would love to get on that show on a regular basis. So then I have to compete with them. You know what I mean? Oh, okay. If you've got time to protest, you've got time to work. You got money to politicians. You got money to feed homeless. Okay, that was a little bit confusing, but I agree with the first part that you said there. China, Russia, Iran, and Iraq can't wait for Biden. I agree. They cannot wait. I wonder if Biden gets elected, will COVID magically disappear? Of course it will. Of course it will. Very important, Monique. The whole world needs to see us as stability, as well as the least that our election shave integrity. Watch what happens if this Biden BS stands. Yeah, it's gonna be destructive to the rest of the world who's looking to us, you know, as their leader, as their example. It's going to be crazy. Mentor. I have like the peanut gallery downstairs filling in words for me. Oh man. There is something wrong with the Wisconsin count. 89% of the registered voters voted, 1% still outstanding. This is way higher than the other states. Let me go right now to my map. I did hear about Bevelin getting stabbed. Okay, so tell me what you guys see, because this is what I see. I see that number, let me see. I see that this number is still Biden 264, Trump 214. Nothing has moved. What do you guys see? Like, I don't know what map to look at. Let me look at Google. Yeah, Google shows the same thing. I don't know what people are looking at. Voters need to show voter. Listen, I agree. They need to show photo ID. They need to do a retina scan. I'd be good with like a drop of blood to verify who you are. They need to go all out for that. Would you ever think of running for Congress? No, not right now. I don't think that is my calling. But I appreciate you mentioning that for sure. Let me just really quick housekeeping. Please make sure you go to letstalkdarling.com. That is my new website. It just dropped today. If you scroll down to the bottom of the first page, you're going to see a section where you can drop me your email so I can stay in contact with you. That is so that I can give you guys exclusive stuff, so I can stay in contact with you. If they like take me off of here, take me off of Instagram. Don't forget to subscribe to Onyx News on YouTube and on Instagram. There's a link on my website for that as well. And if you want to donate via Super Chat on here, just hit the little money button at the bottom where you're chatting, and you can donate on Super Chat as well. Okay, so let's see. Blacks reverse migration to Georgia in the past 20 years, and Californians moved to Arizona in the past decade after running their own state. Yeah, I agree with that. I was from California, but I moved to Dallas, but it's happening here as well. A lot of Californians are moving to Dallas, and that was really scary when they were taking our numbers in this election, because I was really scared that those Californians were bringing those Democratic votes with them. But luckily we made it. But I really feel like we made it by the skin of our teeth. My big gripe is when people move, they bring their politics with them. Exactly. But it's like, why are you moving? You're moving because why? It's too expensive. Taxes are too high. Job opportunities are not good. Like, why would you still continue to vote for the same crap that you were getting in your last state. You know what I mean? I agree. It's so stupid. What are your thoughts on decriminalizing hard drugs in Oregon? Depending on like what what are they calling hard drugs? I really feel like they should legalize marijuana. I don't personally do it, but I really feel like they should legalize it for people that need to use it for medicinal purposes, and get some type of money off of it by legalizing it. But like hard drugs, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. They're talking about meth and crack? Hell no. No. No hard drugs like meth and crack. Weed, I'm fine with it. I don't do it, but I'm fine with it. Yeah, share this link. You guys, don't forget to like this video. Share the link out for me. I would really appreciate that. I used to live in California. Moral of the story, I no longer live in California, right? End of story. Same. That's my story. Yeah, I definitely do not agree with legalizing heroin. Not at all. Does anybody agree with legalizing heroin and meth? And if so, why? I'm curious. Why would you want to legalize heroin and meth? Somebody says, no, I agree. Hell no. Okay, I'm glad we're all on the same page. I'm sure some of you are like fine with with legalizing marijuana. Listen, there's a lot of people out there with like anxieties and stuff like that. I would much rather they rely on stuff like marijuana than some of the the drugs that are being given out there by big pharma, that I feel are not as good for people. So I would rather people use medicinal like marijuana to deal with their issues than meth and cocaine. All right. The 7 things that ruined Trump is his COVID-19 leadership, black vote, migration, George Floyd, educated whites, abandonment of evangelical Christians, and Trump running his mouth on Twitter. So I'm confused, Benny. What's the problem? I think he handled COVID-19 as best as he could handle it. I don't think any other person that could have been in that position would have handled it better. I think he should have gotten rid of Fauci. I think he still should get rid of Fauci, but that whole back and forth with Fauci and the CDC was terrible. I don't know what you mean by the black vote, because more black voters voted for him, I think, than any other president, and much more than what they voted for him his last term. Immigration, I think he has done an amazing job with immigration. He has not created any new laws. He is only enforcing the laws that were already there. And people are just mad about that. George Floyd, what did he have to do with George Floyd? George Floyd got himself in that position, not Donald Trump. Educated whites, not sure what that means. Running his mouth on Twitter, I agree with you that like the whole Twitter rant stuff that he does, like that does annoy me sometimes. And I really wish sometimes he wouldn't. But hey, you know what? He's not a politician. He's not perfect. And he's just one of us. And sometimes we post stuff we shouldn't post. Now, granted, he's the leader of the free world, and he probably needs to have more self-control. But if that's his worst quality in my eyes, because everything else I didn't see as a bad thing, it's not, hey, at least he's not, stealing kids, smelling kids, has a son that, does crack and gets foot jobs from prostitutes and ex-presidents' daughters. You know what I mean? Thank you, Josina. Thank you so much for looking at the website, reading my story. There's a ton of interviews on there. I'm sorry, they're not a ton. I lied. There's like 2 interviews on there that you can watch as well. One is a video, one you can read. Thank you so much for sharing the video. I worked in the drug recovery community. We should sink money into getting people into STEP programs instead of meaningless legislation. I agree. Bobby Murphy, they are blocking your link. Your link isn't coming through. Weed only drugs not processed from each to consumption. I mean, yeah, even weed now, like people are mixing stuff in there, I heard. That's why it's important. I don't know if you guys hear downstairs. Isn't meth made with rat poison? Yeah, I've heard that. Twitter is the only way he can communicate. I agree. I like that he uses social media to communicate with us. It's just sometimes I don't agree with like the stuff that he says and like the pettiness. That part I don't like. I can do without. But you know what? I'll put up with it because he's an amazing leader. Okay, Benny, cool. I'm glad we agreed. I think you were just stating what people were saying is what sank him or what they feel was his downfalls. Because I was confused. Thank you, Philip. Thank you so much. Yep, he got the highest Black, Latino, and gay votes than any other Republican president. Yes, that's what I read. Yes. You guys, I hate that people look at the president and go like, oh, he's not a nice guy. He's so annoying. He's like, you know, abusive to women, which none of that's true. But again, when you're looking at the leader of the free world, you better be looking at his policies and not his personality. Not his personality. That you look at for boyfriends, for girlfriends, for friends, okay, for maybe pets, but you don't look at the leader of the free world's personality. Look at all the other leaders in China and Iran and Pakistan, okay? You think those guys have like gleaming, shining personalities? Hell no. They're all assholes, okay? So they need another asshole to deal with, you know, that they're going to respect. That's just the way it works. That's why Obama never had any luck with those people, because he was like a dingbat. The guy, I'm not even going into that. Oh, it looks like Bob, hold on, I'm going to show. It looks like Instagram was like hiding your message. I'm sorry, not Instagram, YouTube. He's an asshole, but he's our asshole. I agree. I did a Twitch stream about the 7 reasons that led Trump to his demise. Other than that, I hope Trump goes to court. Cool. I'm also for legal marijuana. Cool. The only thing that led to Trump's demise is being way too awesome. Yeah, they couldn't handle it, man. They could not. They weren't ready for it. They weren't ready for it. No hard drugs. One of my siblings is a drug addict and it ruined her life. Yep, I agree. I agree. I mean, I even sometimes think that weed can, you know, for the wrong person, weed can sometimes be a gateway drug to worse things. But I think it helps more people than it hurts people. So I will say that. 3 years ago, I predicted Trump will be a one-term president and saw fractures within the evangelical community against Trump. You predicted it. Interesting. Did you see him coming back again after that in 2024? Because that's what he says he's going to do. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to read the comments, but moving a little fast for me. Okay, somebody said the shit SNL Trump comedy skits suck. Okay, but I'll say this. Does, what's his name? The guy that played Ace Ventura, the guy that imitates Biden. Dave, what's his? Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey's impersonation of Biden is hilarious. You guys have to go watch it, because as much as I hate SNL and as much as I hate them making fun of our president, even Alec Baldwin, I think it is, who does Trump, they do a really good job of it. I mean, you got to have a sense of humor through this, and I love watching it and just take it for comedy for what it is, but I think he does a great job. Jim Carrey does a great job as Biden. Yeah, alcohol can be even more dangerous. And sometimes people mix the alcohol with the weed, and then that's not good either. I agree with you, Benny. MAGA is not going to die anytime soon. Even if Trump is not the president, the MAGA energy is going to stay strong. It's going to stay strong like that. We're going to be MAGA till the day we die. Okay. You better believe that. Baldwin hurts my feelings. MAGA is the new movement. We have finally broken from the establishment. Is glorious. I don't know about you guys, but even after this election, I'm still going to be repping my MAGA gear. Okay, it's not going to end. You think I'm going to be repping a Biden t-shirt or a Kamala t-shirt? The only t-shirt I will be repping of those two will be one where I'm like making fun of them. Other than that, I mean, to an extent, because if Biden is our president, I will stay true to my word and I will not disrespect the office of the presidency, no matter how much I want to. I'm going to set the example for that. But the vice president, I'll make fun of her. How did you come to talk politics? It was quite by mistake. It was actually my first time on Brandon's show, the show he used to do on Thursdays. I just after the whole George Floyd thing, I made a video and it just kind of took off from there. And I just stopped hiding my opinion and started talking about it. And I realized that there were a lot of people like me and I started to gain a following, and that's just kind of how it happened. So in all honesty, I just stepped into my truth, stopped hiding who I was, stopped pretending to be somebody so that I could make other people comfortable, and it led to great things. So that's what it is in short. Sadly, the Republican Party is split between MAGA and mainline traditional Republicans. Democrats have 3 to 4 factions, and the worst part are the SJW woke types who control academia and the media. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I mean, those old school Republicans that are they play by the rule book, the ones that have really added to why our party gets no respect, is what needs to be improved. And I really feel like people like myself and Brandon and ABL and Derek and Jericho, these young, fresh, just different vibe conservatives, is really what the Republican Party needs. And it was really sad that that they really didn't use it more to their advantage when it came time to campaign. They really could have used it more to their advantage and they didn't, and that's, the Democratic side, they do a really good job of appealing to younger people and, people who generally wouldn't lean towards politics. They do a better job of that than we do. So we got to get better there for sure. Monique, thank you so much for coming on tonight. I have to go back to work from vacation tomorrow morning, and I'm so glad I got to end it. Oh, seeing you. Thank you, Harry. You're so sweet. Thank you so much. What foreign country is going to respect Biden and his cognitive disabilities? Call in Harris the cat queen. I'm telling you, either Harris or Biden, no world leader. Can you imagine Kamala Harris being the president of the United States, dealing with the guy from China or dealing with some, super alpha male from the Middle East? It's never going to happen. Her little cackling is not going to go over well with them. Have you ever been threatened or afraid while wearing MAGA gear? I have never been threatened or afraid in wearing MAGA gear, and I wear it all the time. I have been given handshakes, compliments, pats on the back, thank you, love your stuff. I've been given positive stuff. I have been threatened by Black Lives Matter. That has happened, but not in person. They have come through attacking me on my videos when I talk about them. I'm a libertarian. Trump is a reinvention of the Republican Party, a breath of new, fresh air. It's why I support him. I voted for Johnson in 2016. Trump 2020, whether it be presidency or coup. Trump 2020. I agree. And sometimes I think I go between libertarian and conservative. I have some libertarian views. So Trump was a business mogul, TV star, president, and now we need him as a college professor. Could you imagine? Could you imagine Trump teaching a college class on how to be a badass? If you want to see fast scrolling, Monique, check out the Scotty Kilmer Car Talk twice a week. He recently moved from Texas and just started shooting videos again from his new home in Tennessee. Fast scrolling? Harris has no foreign experience, but she will grow. I don't know if she's going to grow fast enough, and I don't know if she's going to grow to the level she has to grow. But I mean, she's going to be forced, or she's going to be like Obama that's not going to do anything. She reminds me so much of Obama. I don't know. She's like the female Obama. The way she talks and everything, it's crazy. Is there a Facebook or something to where I can send you links? Yeah, so again, go to my website at Let's Talk Darling. You can email me there, or you can go to my Instagram and send me a DM. It's also Let's Talk Darling. I'm on Twitter. Just go to my website. All my links to everything are at the very top bar when you go onto the page. You can contact me however you want. I think I also have an email link here as well, but I want you to go to my website. So what else, guys? What else you guys want to talk about? Anything else? What time is it? It's 9:12. I don't know how long I've been on here. Where's my timer? Oh, I've been on here for an hour and 21 minutes. All right. Just remember, in the 1980s, Republicans were bad for talking Wall Street. Oh, we're bad for taking Wall Street money. Where did Wall Street spend the money this year? Democrats get to be evil now. Hello, daughter.
Hi.
What are you doing? Why aren't you on my live stream? You get an F for fired. Me, or you're saying that's what Trump says? Is the kitten up there? Oh, I didn't realize. Beware of your Facebook. I got a post on my page from some guy who I'm not friends with or no mutual friends with, and my Facebook is private. He was proving. So I am on Facebook, but I'm not on Facebook. I don't do anything on Facebook. I just have to have a Facebook page for my business Instagram page. So I'm on Facebook. It's not that I don't check messages. I'm just not on there all the time. If Trump was a professor, he'd give an F for fired. LOL is what. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Sorry. Message. Let's see. How about what do we do if Trump loses and SCOTUS refuses to order audit of ballots? We don't lay down and die. So what do we do? There's no way that Trump is not, first of all, nobody's going to refuse to audit anything, and he's going to lay down and die. He's going to go after them hard. Okay. Trump does not like to lose. So in short, somebody asked, what's a libertarian? They're like, they believe in as little government control as possible. I mean, that's pretty much, I kind of go between that. Like I have some parts of it that I'm like that and some parts that I feel like government needs to be involved. But I was trying to look up the actual definition. So it says libertarians seek to maximize autonomy and political freedom, emphasizing free association, freedom of choice, individualism, and voluntary association. So that's kind of what it is. Basically what I said, but in a more complicated way. Hope that answers your question, Dana. Yeah, that's another way to say it. Libertarian believe in live and let be. How ironic is it that Kamala had an affair to get a job in California with a guy named Willie? I know, right? Willie. I do see Trump trying to take back 2024, but he has to fight the GOP again. MAGA needs to incorporate more people from diverse backgrounds and minds that agree with his message. I agree with that 100%. Why are you ignoring what I'm saying? Where are you? What are you saying? Again, you guys, like, I can't see all the comments. You guys may be able to like see them, but I can't see all the comments sometimes. Sometimes YouTube will censor them unless you send them through a super chat. I might miss them. So if it's important that I see it, then just send it to me in a super chat. So I'm not sure what you were talking about, Bobby. Do you think they will push for defunding the police if Biden is in office? So that will be a state by state thing. That's not going to be like a national level thing. It all depends on the leadership in that state. But, you know, these states obviously that are run by Democrats are going to be in trouble. And I am running low on battery. No, it's okay. All right, you guys. Well, I'm running low on battery. I don't have my cable here, so I'm going to have to let you guys go. But thank you so much for joining the super chat. I'm going to try. Now, Brandon's doing his live streams a couple more days a week than he was before. But please make sure to go to my website at letstalkdarling.com and sign up there. Go to Onyx News. Follow them on Instagram and YouTube. I'm going to be their new Monday through Friday commentator. And don't forget to hit up Brandon if you want me to come on his show, on his Thursday show. Okay, I know he's looking for people. So hit him up with a message. Tell him you love me. Tell him you want me back. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining my live stream. And I will talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.